I guess that's it. See if this is going to go off and see if anybody shows up to my party. Says that I'm live, but I don't see any video. What's up with that? Oh, there's some video. Can I hear myself when I talk? Do the mic check.
No.
There it is. I got a mic check. All right. How's it going, everybody who's not here yet? It's me. It's Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas, but I'm not leaving my house tonight. So tonight we're going to go over why I'm at my house and why I'm not going to the strip tonight. It's about limiting my exposure, I suppose, and not, being scared of COVID. I have a vaccine, but also knowing that thousands and thousands and thousands of cases of this are being reported where people have a vaccine and then they get sick and they have to stay home, and I don't have that option. I work on commission only at my day job. YouTube is a large part of my life, but it's not all I do. And so I don't have that option to just quit, so stay at home, upload another video. Doesn't work like that for me, and it doesn't work like that for my family. So thank you guys for watching me tonight. Kristen Haig is here. Champagne Pappy is in town. Yolanda is here. Con I Am, Martin D, Mike Alexander, Stephen Sherlake, Mary Margaret Pera, Stephanie N, Stacy Wee, Mark Deems, Toddley Krentz, LLL. If you were a cool J in there. Susanna Thornton is here. G'day from Sydney, Australia. There's a Skillshare course on how to speak with an Australian accent. I need to take it because I think it'd be a trip to do it well. Brent O, Martin D, Pete G, 1980, Ricky Bansal, Greg Sabanis, Joe Rossi, Kevin Noreen, Jenny Gilman, Mike Schuster, Colleen Helminiak, I don't say that right. Dorinda is here. Mike Wingate is here. Vegas Annie is here. Chupa Mi Vera is here. Good Juju Slots a lot. Rocky Villa is here. Rodney Blue, Robert Gerstein, Chris Strader, Kevin, Allison Hopkins, Gil Dezon, A.E., Deuce Aline, the best singer in the world. We're going to have a fun time tonight. Bill Lemieux is here. Jeff Bologna is here. Jenny Gilman, I think I mentioned you. Devin Morrill. Good evening, Stephen. Hello to my family. Oh, you guys are my family. Kyle is here. TK Smo is here. Diane Fierro is here. David Stancius is here. Logan C. Boom! Still delivering masks. Yes, we are. Check this out. We found this fabric. We didn't know this fabric existed. And this is kind of fun. So check it out. Oh, I like this one. Look at that, man. It's called Vegas Full House. It's available on vegasfacemask.com. No S at the end. Robert Jimenez, Release the Kraken have been released. You got you some Mike Giordano from the Calgary Flames. My goodness. Colleen. Guys, real fast, can you thank Colleen 202 times? Robert Jimenez 202 times. Logan C. and Devin Morrill. Thank all of them. All right, so Susan Radke is here. Amanda Brothwell is from Saskatchewan. The land the Rough Riders built. How do I wear my masks? Did I lace this? Oh, never mind. Okay. This is how you wear one of these masks. And if you like it, vegasfacemask.com. No S at the end. It's at the bottom of the video over here. But anyways, we just found this pattern. You pull it loose like this. You put it around the back of your neck like so. You pull it around the back of your head like so. And then, that's when the magic happens. Just tighten it up. And it doesn't roll down your nose. It doesn't go around your ears. And that's what we're talking about right there. But anyways, I'm obviously in the studio. I don't need to wear a mask. But last time I was on this strip, holy shnikes. And also, I have to edit my video, my video with Tom Higginson from Plain White Tees all the time. So I have to do that tonight, too. So last time I was on the strip, it was a mess. Ugh, my goodness. Devin has, hey, my brother, Martin D. I hope Matt S. shows up. He can see the hat I'm wearing. Brianna Foos, best face mask around. COVID talk equals click, as in clicking off. Okay, Braves Country, go ahead. Enjoy yourself, and I love you for watching, but it's not a COVID stream. Does it say on and off topic, Vegas, COVID, whatever, ellipsis? You know the three dots are called an ellipsis, right? Yeah. Okay, so what do we got here? Looked more like a straight flush. I don't know. It's called Vegas Go Fish. I don't know. Cards. Hi, Stephen. Cheryl's here. Cool. Mask back in style, unfortunately. Logan C. will be here on Sunday. I'm impressed you are the first person to ever pronounce my last name correctly. Thank you, Colleen. I appreciate you very much. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It just pooped out a bunch of things. It was like no chats then. Chats. Thank you so much. Mike Schuster, be there next Friday for 10 days. Mike, can you email me? You have my email. I want to meet with you personally because of the ultra lavish thing you gave me last year. I don't want to thank you. Shake your hand personally, Mike. That would be super cool. And Kyle, welcome to Local Las Vegan Level 1. Thank you. You get your name in the credits starting next month when I do my credits over again. So is it a bad idea to go tomorrow? I'm not going to the Strip. I don't have to. I've been to the Strip 9,998 times. I don't know. A lot. So I'm going to stay here tonight. I'll be on the Strip tomorrow. I just want to limit the amount of time. Like 2 in a row. Come on. No, so I'll go tomorrow. I'll do some kind of nutty marathon, 3 hours or something if I can. But I can do this tonight from here and see if this actually sustains having people watch. I don't know. Why would you watch this when there's a million other people walking around the Strip, doing their thing? I don't know. So I figured I would test the waters. Let's see here. Braves Country, I love you too. So you won't be going back to the Strip for weeks or months? No, I'll be back tomorrow. I'm just limiting. I don't have to go every day to somewhere high risk. It is high risk, by the way. I mean, I'm just going to tell you it's high risk. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. We'll look at the numbers in a minute, but we're talking about whatever right now. And you know, these will go and they'll ebb and they'll flow, and eventually we'll be talking about something completely different, and that's what's going to happen. Jenny, thank you so much, Jenny Gilman, with $1.49 Canadian money. You know, the Canada has a $1.49 coin, actually has a black cat on it. No, it's not true what I just said. Give the stream a like. Steven, you're just fine kicking back. Thank you. I won money on a Royal Flush and let it ride at the Mirage, Robert says. Very cool. Man, how do you like the shirt? I worn this one a lot, so the pattern's coming off of it. Like, I wore this a lot, and I wore it to the gym mostly. I don't know why. I have to update them. I'm going to put the YouTube... Son of a... Don't hit your mic. It messes with people's ears. I'm going to put the channel logo on it somewhere. But yeah... Kevin, we watch because it's you. Kevin, it's way past your bedtime out there. But thank you for watching, Kevin. I don't mind the intimate live streams. Well, that's fine. Am I vaccinated? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. But, you know, in New York City, they had 8,000 plus people that were all vaccinated. And guess what? They all got it. And they all had to stay home. And I can't afford to stay home. That's a Crazy Flyers hat. Yeah, Matt S. sent this to me, and he was wondering why I never wore it, and I'm wearing it now. It's got a wild kind of look to it, don't it? I mean, it's like it's definitely a different pattern, that's for sure. But you know, the NHL draft is on, and I have to go check on something. So NHL draft update, because it's the entry draft, not the expansion draft. So let's see what the Athletic tells me. It'll probably tell me that I have to subscribe, because that's how the Athletic rolls. Oh my God, they're only up to the 24th draft and pick. So Vegas Golden Knights are like 28th or something like that. I will watch. You're very entertaining, and your safety is important. Thank you, Diane Fierro. Greetings from Minneapolis, Christopher Stacy says. I have a black cat named Betty. Oh, Black Betty, bam, blam. Black Betty had a child, blam, blam. The damn thing goes wild. Wow, I haven't heard that song in decades. Weird. Time to get back to living. What kind of lives do we have if we're hiding from a Vegas in perpetuity? Perpetuity. You win. 5 syllables. Good work. I like 5-syllable words. I'm trying to think of some other 5-syllable words. Onomatopoeia. That's a 6-syllable word, so I'm in the lead. Glad you're staying home. You don't have to walk the Strip or Fremont. You're interesting and smart, and you can carry your show. Yeah, I guess, you know. But if I put, like, clickbait on, you know, I don't know. Well, we're only 8 minutes in, so maybe we'll get more than 400 people. That would be fun. Wear a mask and head to the Strip, Josh says. Okay, Josh, I'll see you tomorrow on the Strip. I'm going to go home from the Mets game. They beat Toronto. Alonzo hit 2. Alonzo Mourning plays baseball. I don't know anything about baseball. I just know that's an athlete. What did he play, basketball? I don't watch anything but hockey. What did you think of the Kraken's picks? You got Mark Giordano. That's good. I didn't pay a lot of attention to that expansion draft because the Golden Knights were completely exempt from it, so I didn't have to worry about that. But I think you guys will have a good team. By the way, I got a box of stuff down here that somebody sent me from Washington State, and I was like blown away. You guys send me stuff, just so you know. If you want to send me stuff, on this video, it'll have a show more info, and it says P.O. Box. That is very nice of you. Somebody actually sent it to. That is very kind of you. It's kind of cute. And it goes on the wall back here, like pretty much. Like, check this out. I want to show you this real fast here. I got to find because I'm terrible with things and I can't remember. My memory is like a cheesecloth. It's really bad. But let me just look it up here because I want to get his name right and I want to say it and pronounce it right. So yeah, Darren Baker made me something. You guys want to see what Darren Baker made me? Say yes in the chat. It's on this wall somewhere. You'd be blown away. Say yes in the chat and throw me a like if you want to see what this guy made me out of his own bare hands. It's really weird because he had surgically implanted bare hands where his hands should be. But if you guys want to see, say yes in the chat. I didn't watch expansion draft. There will be many trades. Yeah, wrestling is right. You know, they don't always draft players so they can keep players. They draft players so they can trade players. But we're not going to go into a hockey stream. There's a good channel called The Hockey Guy that you should watch. He's an excellent channel. All right, let's go. So I'm going to go back here for a minute. Okay, hold on. Just for a sec. So this was made by Darren Baker, who is... he made me a plaque before, too. And I'm pretty sure I posted that up on the Facebook group. But this is before I was doing a lot of streams like this. So he made this. This is great. I'm going to show you guys right now. Check that out. Ho! How do you do? He was like all artists. He was critical of some of the things on here, but I couldn't find anything wrong with this. It is gorgeous. It is shiny. And then on the back, he put Unique Burns by Darren Baker, Stephen Campbell. How much would you guys pay to have something like this customized as a gift or just for you? How much would you guys pay somebody to do something like that? He matched the colors on the paint job. He glossed it up. It's so shiny. I mean, isn't that nice? Thank you so much, Darren Baker. I want to give you all the thanks in the world. And, I mean, this is a piece of art. It's very light, too. I don't know what kind of wood he used. Ponderosa pine. Simpsons reference. Nobody gets it. $30, $25, $28. Oh, Wapry's back. Hey, Wapry, how you doing? Okay. Anyway. There you go. Put that back. Make an old man noise. I don't look like an old man. At least I don't look bad in this shirt. NLLVgear.com. You guys can pick up the shirt if you guys want to pick up a shirt. Anyway, support the channel that way. Steven, on closer inspection, these are loafers. Hey, McBain, your shoe's untied. I get the joke. What is your opinion of Circus when it comes to the vid? Thousands of kids under 12 that can't get vaccinated from all over the country. But I've also heard that kids don't really spread the COVID as much. That's what I heard. But, you know, I heard a lot of things in the last year. If it was Kings, it would be awesome, AE says. Yeah, but it's so much more awesome when it's the Golden Knights, you know? Any follow-up about LV strip rooms being dirty? Check TripAdvisor and almost every hotel had complaints. Yes, of course they did. It was only a few days ago. You ain't going to hear nothing. But then I want to show you guys some other stuff as we go on the stream. I have this little dealio here, and I have this amazing dealio there. And then I have a box of stuff down here that somebody sent me. And if you sent me stuff, I'm going to try to really show it to you guys on the live streams because I'm honored that you would send me anything. I mean, look. Okay. Just opening up a bit here, okay? So I was down at the Westgate yesterday. I was filming with their vice president of public relations, and so it just dawned on me because he's showing me the property. I'm going through the back end. We're going back to where Elvis is. Oh my gosh! I thought I turned my audio off. We're going back to. Somebody just ordered a face mask. No, I paid money. I thought I thought it was my PayPal saying somebody paid for a mask. Instead, I was paying for Vimeo. So anyways, I'm off track already. I do that a lot. So the first time I came to Vegas when I was like 22, 23 years old, it was, you know, I was going with this guy who was like a real wild party animal type. He looked like Fabio. His name was Jack. They're all named Jack. I'm not going to give his real name. Super nice guy. He took me to strip clubs and to Studio 54 and to Ghost Bar and to play. I didn't want to go to any of those places, but he dragged me to them. But anyways, he was a big gamer, and he had a host over at the Superbook. This is back when it was still the Las Vegas Hilton. And so anywho, Steve D is texting me. So what I was thinking is like, wow, you know, then I didn't have $10 to my name. I couldn't do anything even if I wanted to. And here I am being like led around by this vice president at the property. And it's really nice. It was a change. It was strange. We went to Elvis's dressing room. We went to around the stage at the International Showroom, as it's called. Getting a guided tour from a guy that's an executive at a property at a hotel. And that'll be up on the channel. I actually have to go back and film some more stuff for that on Monday because there was a little technical thing that came up in between. So we're going to be working with the Westgate, it looks like, maybe pretty extensively. We might be having the opportunity to do stuff like Haunted Vegas and show more rooms and stuff like that. So, you know, it's just weird, man. It was just a weird experience. And I just was like, huh, things are coming full circle. What did SoCal say? SoCal said, I'll come back when you're on the strip. I'm out. Well, you don't have to delete SoCal's message for that. Not everybody likes this. Some people say I talk too much. I probably talk too much. I love your recollection of all things old school Simpsons. My guy. All right. My man. Well, that's a Rick and Morty reference, but hey, that's why the vaccinated are getting sick. Why is that whiskey business? Oh, that's Flaming Mo. The secret ingredient is love. All right. Who's been screwing with this thing? Anyways, Jack Moyoff. Oh, I see. That's funny, Mac. Your hard work is paying off. Maybe, Kevin. Maybe. I can't believe there's 529 people watching me chat on a stream. Thank you guys so much. Vaccinated aren't getting sick. Yes, they are, Braves County, but I just don't want to be one of them. And I just exponentially increase my chance of doing it. So I'll just do one stream from the strip, a week. That'll be tomorrow. So shoot, from South Philadelphia, born and raised. The Flyers diehard fan. Showing my age. Went to the Spectrum in the 70s. Broads. I'm trying to do you, Sal, to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but it's not working out. I'm excited for the new Kanye album release. Kanye is great, but he's singing gospel music. The last one was Jesus is King, was pretty good in some ways, but I kind of miss the old Kanye, I kind of do, That's awesome about Westgate, yeah. Some people obviously don't hear all the hard huffing and puffing you do. Well, that's because I am terribly out of shape. Fat man Steven. Ugh, my man boobs. It's like I don't have man boobs. I'm just messing with you. You make YouTube videos. You're supposed to talk a lot. Rad donuts. So if you get the common cold, you're supposed to run for a COVID test. Yeah, pretty much, Vince. So here's the deal. So the new variation, the Delta variant, it kind of comes off like allergies and a head cold. It's not this, but it is in here. But it's more or less localized to here. Watbury says, I have 3 vaccinated friends sick and in hospital right now. It's not good stuff going around. Lake Mead is below 1,068 feet. MSL, I don't know, Major Soccer League. This is going to get interesting. Yeah, we should talk about that on the channel. Let's see here. Did you hear about the Whitney Houston hologram? Yeah. Yeah. There's going to be a Whitney Houston hologram when they're calling it a headliner. It's this. All right. First of all, Whitney, rest in peace, man. I wish she never hung out with a bad dude, but maybe she would never have been discovered if she didn't hang out with a bad guy. I'm going to say Bobby Brown's a bad guy because he introduced her to the drugs, and drugs are bad. But anywho, it's a headliner show of Whitney Houston as a hologram. Now, in terms of hologram technology, this is kind of how this works, okay? They have a piece of Mylar. Mylar is a semi-transparent, it's a kind of a transparent material. And what they're going to do is they're going to project downwards. It's going to go upward. It's going to hit Mylar's shield. It's going to make her look like she's there. They're going to use an actress's body or a model's body, and then they're going to do what's called a deep fake, which is where you can superimpose a face of another person. It's high technology. It takes hours and hours to process these things. There's some apps on the phone that do a decent job of it, but this has to be spot on. And they can only do that because they have thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of hours of Whitney Houston when she was alive. So it's going to look like a real person. It's going to be her singing as well. But is that a headliner? Is that a headliner show? You came to Vegas. I mean, I'd rather see a Michael Jackson hologram headliner show, but that's just me. So I laugh about it a little bit because you're going to basically go watch a pre-recorded concert. Well, there's going to be some live entertainment aspects and elements to it, but I don't know that it's. I don't know, man. I don't know. But let's open the box because I don't think we're going to get above 600 viewers on this stream, and I want to show you guys what's in the box too. All right, so Michael Jackson is one. Well, they have the one show. Didn't they once bring back Elvis on a large screen with the original band? They've done this a few times. They had Tupac Shakur at a Coachella concert in Southern California. Coachella was a big festival back when people were allowed to get and do big festivals. So it was a musical festival. And then they've done it with Elvis. They did it with Bing Crosby and Michael Bublé on a television special for Christmas. They're doing it with Whitney Houston. What they need...
I'm having trouble hearing you.
Stop, Siri, go away. serious acting up. So they've done that. How many active cases? Do you guys want to see the COVID stats for Nevada before I look at the box? Tell me if you want to see the COVID stats for Nevada. Say yes if in the chat. Some of you will say no. But if you guys want to see the COVID stats. COVID worries you? Yeah, of course I am. Jeez, hold on. Looking for cats. No cats. Yeah, of course it does. I live in the hotspot. Sure, why not? Any word on international flights being allowed into the U.S. anytime soon? Well, they're allowed. The flights are allowed. I mean, Canadian flights have been coming down. I have a friend named Ray who comes down. He's come down here, I think, 3 or 4 times in the last year, even in the darkest times of the Canadian shutdown. People from Mexico have come up here. I've met people from. We were at Resorts World in that pre-recorded super long video I did. We met somebody from Hong Kong, China, who came over here. The issue isn't if the flights are running. The issue is how you can traverse and get back home properly. That's the big deal. So to do that, we have to get rid of my Signal Messenger because nobody wants to see that. Well, yeah, you all want to see that, and I'm not going to show it to you. Or some of you want to see that. And we're going to go to here. Oh, there's the draft picks. Man, I'm such a hose head. All right, so let's take a look at these stats. So the place I get my stats from is called the NevadaIndependent.com. But there's probably one more thing we could do. And so there used to be a site called rt.live. It's not really around anymore, but you can go to the COVID tracking project. And then, actually, no. We're going to go to worldometers.info. And then we're going to go to COVID. And then we're going to filter down to USA. Reminds me of when I played Street Fighter as a kid. USA! Brazil! And then we're going to go to Nevada. And then we're going to go to... There should be somewhere here. Projections. Okay, so here's what's interesting. I don't know where these numbers come from. So before we look at the actual numbers, which is on the Nevada Independent, well, maybe we should look at these first, okay? Let me see if I can zoom these in a little bit. Oh, it's at 80%, so yeah, I definitely can. So you guys can see this better. Okay, so Mike says it's super blurry. Anybody else have blurry problems right now? RT Live is not Russia Today. I thought it was at first, AE, but actually RT stands for rate of transmission for a virus. Ray, his name is Ray Dean Mohammed. He's going to have a slot channel, I hope. So this is the stats. We can see the overview here. This is the active cases. But so Clark County. All right, we had 17 deaths. It was 20 earlier. They really don't know what they're doing here. But they have 17 deaths and 758. For the state of Nevada, though, 20 deaths and 1,000. Now, it's a very small population in the state of Nevada, just so you know. All right, so everybody says it's clear. If you're having issues, tap the 3 dots, go to quality, type in, go to 720p, or this will run in 1080p for you guys because I'm broadcasting from home. All right, so the charts are down here. We're just going to look at a few things. So Nevadans fully vaccinated. This has not moved, man. This is the same as it's been forever. Not at all. Almost as much as fully vaccinated, and then partially. So this is not going up, unfortunately. And vaccinations are highest in the state capital, of course, because everybody's a government worker, and they all got to do that or else they can't work. Clark County is 4th highest. Okay, vaccines administered per day. It's flatlining. There's nobody getting a vaccine. It's kind of ridiculous. And as I pointed out before, this is the point right here where they announced, don't get a vaccine called Johnson & Johnson because you could get a blood clot. 7 million doses and like 8 of them. Your chances of getting hit by lightning twice in the same year were better. But then, look, nobody wants vaccines. Like, it just drops off. And this is a trend for the nation, not just Nevada. So we got our cases, and you can see the spike here. The thin blue lines are the daily cases. The thick blue line is the 7-day moving trend. So it's showing you over 7 days here, but this is the actual new cases. 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, basically pretty much. Sequence, okay, this is interesting. I've never seen this chart before. I've never seen this chart at all. We can see in June, the Delta variant's here, 16. What is this population? This is percent of all COVID cases. This is the original. Look at the original. The original variant is almost gone. The original variant is almost gone. Braves County, I ask you, you know what, man, you're like a subtle troll, Braves County, and I love you, Braves Country, and I love you very much. You're awesome, very much, but don't be subtly trolling me too hard. I have, you know me, I get emotional. So we can see the alpha variant's nearly gone. Like up here, just a month ago, 40%. Now it's 4%. And other, this is the ominous other. Like, what the hell is this even, right? B1, and then there's your delta. It just grows and grows and grows. And I don't even know what these are. Look at how many variants. Delta, alpha, B, 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 gamma. Oh, man, I don't want no gamma rays. Week over week growth. Isn't that interesting? I don't know why it's down 60% because the numbers all say otherwise. Demographics, we all know that. Older folks get it and get it worse. Younger folks get it more. All right, hospitalizations are up. This is where people say, yeah, but the hospitalizations aren't up. Yeah, but I've been telling you they are. And then there's your people in the ICU. Now, when you see a drop precipitously like this usually means that we're basically in the zone of there's not data collected that day. So the other day, they said that there was 28 deaths in a single day. It turns out that they had delayed stats. So there wasn't 28 deaths in a single day. It was just over 2 days. And then we have our deaths. Deaths are way up. That's the day, by the way. That's the day where actually you can see a line missing here. So when you read these charts, you got to really read between the lines. All right, here's our demographics. Tests are way the hell up. What's interesting about this chart, though, is that right after the presidential inauguration, the CDC rolled out new standards for testing, and they said that, so before, if somebody was testing and they were asymptomatic and their first test was positive, they would count it as a positive COVID case. That was in this era right here, all this. But when the presidential election happened, the inauguration right around here, they said that asymptomatic tests that were positive required a second test to count the test as a positive. Who the hell is going back for a second test? Some maybe, but most not. So, of course, these could be asymptomatic positive tests. This is a slamming down spike. Like, this is ridiculous, right? How do you explain this? You don't, except for the testing methodology. I'm not a doctor. I'm not even an analyst. Like, I don't know what I'm talking about. You guys should do your independent research, right? New tests reported. Of course, everybody's testing more because everybody's paranoid. And then we can see here now, this is a cool chart that shows like a running timeline of where the cases are happening from last year, by the way. If you run this chart, check this out. And we're off. Clark County is in the lead with 2.3 million people. It makes a lot of sense. Everybody's vacationing in Las Vegas. They've just opened the casinos in June, and now it's the 4th of July into the summertime. Mask mandates are required, but nobody is paying attention outside. You could do it like the old-timey Calgary Stampede guy when he did the Rangeland Derby. That's how he sounded. You know, it's like, okay, when does it stop? Nobody knows. Well, we know it stops on November 25th. I don't know why it stops on November 25th. It'd be nice if it went all the way through. And then deaths per. Now, I don't know why this county was hit so hard. Clark is better off than Carson. I have no idea. It could be access to healthcare. It could be people that refuse to get help. And then we have our vaccine rollouts by county, and of course we're 4th. Clark County, coronaviruses by county over time. So this is Reno. This is where Reno sits in Washoe. Okay, that's the only other big county in the state. Clark County has 2.3 million. Washoe has maybe a million. You can check the differences in these charts out. The spike is there, but it's much, much higher in Vegas. It just goes up faster. Makes sense. Churchill County, little spikes, but these are Carson City, okay? Carson City is our state capital. That's where Steve Sisolak lives, our governor. Churchill, they're actually seeing a downward trend. Douglas County, not far from here. Elko County, middle of Nevada. But it's not as much. I mean, these are very sparsely populated regions, so their new cases are 3, 60, 28, 2,200. I mean, that's what happens, And then this just go on. There's a lot of counties, by the way. The Kingdom of Nye, more populated, but not as populated, but close to Vegas. And it's a satellite city where a lot of people drive over the hump into Pahrump and back to go to work on a daily basis. So that's going to be people coming into Vegas and carrying it over with them. Nevada and the nation. So we're 21st. At least we're beating our 48th in education. And, North Dakota is the worst per capita, not total. Hawaii is the absolute best. Of course, they locked down the island. So there's your stats. And we got to go here. I told you I'd look at this. Now, this chart I found. So we have masks. Now, this is theoretically, I don't know if this is some pro-mask website. I have no idea. But it's saying if you wore a mask, this is what we would be seeing into November. If we don't wear masks, this is what we're seeing in the worst case scenario. And it does this for everything. So it really truly says, because masks are said to reduce transmission up to 30%. You probably, none of you believe that. If you believe that, say yes. If you don't believe it, say no. And you're entitled to your opinion. And I swear to my dear family who's passed on that if anybody asks disrespectful against those who answer the wrong way to them, we're going to put you on a 5-minute timeout. Say yes if you think the masks do work 30%. Say no if you disagree. And you can discuss in the comments below. So yeah, this is our daily deaths. They say that they will be lower if we're wearing masks. Hospital resource use over time. Of course, this only doesn't project for some reason. It just goes, oh, it does project. I'm sorry. I lied to you. So projected all ICU beds. I mean, these are some interesting numbers. Look, it's saying, July 12th, when the casinos did mandate workers' mask mandates, but this would be mandatory masks. Bitch slapping Mr. Cunningham. Bitch slapping Mr. Cunningham. Sorry to go off topic. Met and watched William at the Bellagio overpass last week. Very talented man. Thanks for the informative and diverse content. You rock. Thank you so much, Mr. Bitch slapping Mr. Cunningham. So these are the projections, and this is what I find interesting. Obviously mask use it would go up versus down. And social distancing. Social distancing doesn't seem to make much of a difference, which I find very interesting. And now we've talked about the stats, and we burned through some time on the live stream. And I am drinking out of my Tom Yum shrimp cup. She ordered it the other day. Keep the COVID in the news, because a lot of sick people and the head people who revel in this nonsense. Oh, you're right. A lot of people are making their fortunes off this stuff. The news sites need something to talk about, right? Okay, so we got a lot of yeses. A lot of yeses. I am impressed with how many yeses. I really thought it would be a no. Like Cartman, no. Pac-Man is fighting next month, Con says. That is true. Who's he fighting? He's fighting a really younger guy, Pacquiao. I can't ever spell his name. Pacquiao Spence. He's fighting a guy named Spence at the MGM Grand Garden Arena, which he never seems to fight at T-Mobile, just MGM Grand Garden Arena. Errol Spence Jr. Let's see what the tickets are worth. Hey, I was going to go to this concert. I was going to go to this fight. So let's see what the tickets are worth. This is the official ticket seller, AXS, for all the major stuff out here. So let's see what the tickets are worth. Wow, they've gone down in price considerably. I'm not joking, but let's see what this is going to be. I would never subtly troll you. Braves country, I love that you hold your convictions, man. You're good. I appreciate it. You don't have to super chat that. You could always just send me an email or something. But thank you for the super chat. And what did Tia say? Need to pray for a momentarium and take care of ourselves at this point. We have a ton of variants, just normal to some at this point. Folks are dying and it's normal. Tia, I don't know why you were hidden, Tia. That you shouldn't have been hidden for expressing your opinion. I'm going to unhide you, and I'm going to say the mod that hid you, please stop hiding people like that. Tia didn't say anything overtly wrong. Need to pray for a momentarium and take care of ourselves at this point. We have a ton of variants. It's just normal to some at this point. Folks are dying. That's an opinion. Guys, we don't want to, time people out for expressing opinions. All right, so Section 223, I mean, no tickets. Oh, there are tickets. So, yeah, $850. My friend, Wolves Slot Machine Memes says, always need a South Park line. Thank you, Wolves Slot Machine Memes. So, do you want to sit in the worst seat in T-Mobile Arena? I was wrong. It's at T-Mobile, not the MGM Grand Garden Arena. $850? Sure, I'll buy 10 of them. What else do we got, though? What if you actually want to get a halfway decent seat? Well, the floor is completely sold out, so let's see what Section 16 is worth. These are pretty far back, but... Oh! There's $2,005 plus service charges and fees. So, yeah, suffice it to say that since Caroline has vertigo from a diving accident back in the day, and she has to sit closer to events and not be up in the nosebleeds, we ain't we ain't going to that one. I've always wanted to see Pacquiao fight. She introduced me to Manny Pacquiao back in 2004 when we first got together, and he was an international, worldwide, ridiculous, over-the-top superstar level of celebrity at the point. And I watched his whole entire career. I've never missed a Pacquiao fight, ever. I either managed to find a stream online, or I managed to find a place to watch it, or we managed to actually buy a few of them. Let's see here. That's an expensive nosebleed. I agree. Terry Watkins. What did Terry Watkins say? Steven, do you have a hairy butt? No, I don't have a lot of hair on me at all. Really, I don't. I mean, I'm pretty, like, tame. People think I shave my legs. I don't shave my legs. Super chat, Steve, to the fight. No, PDX, we don't hustle like that on this channel. Where is your Prince hat? It's back on the shelf, but it's got cat hair on it, and I don't want to mess that. I don't want to show that on camera. It's disrespectful. I got to run the lint brush over it. Please remember to hit the like button. Thank you, Shanta. Visit Vegas at the right time. Where's your Prince hat? Oh, no problem. I'll take 3 of them. Yeah, no kidding. You gonna check out the Killers next year? Is it next year or is it this August? Honestly, when the Killers play, it's at T-Mobile. They're porting a new album. I think it's actually this year. I think it's August 24th. Events, yeah. No, you're right. Oh, I was so wrong. It's August 26th, 2022. I really thought it was this year for some reason. Yeah, that would be cool to, like, interview the Killers, but only the drummer does interviews. It's not Brandon. I think that's the lead singer's name. G'day, Steven, and good friends in the chat just came in. Okay, HBO John, that's my bad Australian accent. I was just saying earlier that there's a Skillshare course on how to do an Australian accent. It's funny because I watch this YouTube channel. I don't even remember what he talks about. Oh, he talks about economics and does explainer videos, but he has a Skillshare course. Stay positive, things will get better. Where's Blackjack? He is out doing Blackjack stuff. He was hustling me in here before because that's what he does. Sin City speaks highly of you. That's very nice of them. Very nice. Why aren't you on the strip, Dino? Well, I've seen the strip 1,000+ times, and I've shown you guys the strip nearly every weekend for the last year and 3 months. So I'm going to go on the strip tomorrow, being that I just don't want to put myself at an increased risk of getting a vaccinated version of COVID, and I can't take time off my day job. My day job is strictly commission, and if I'm not there, I can't be there, and I don't suffer flus well. The last time I got a legitimate flu and they diagnosed me in the medical center, they said, you have the flu. And I'm like, I think I'm going to die. And they sold me Tamiflu, which is a scam. Once you have the flu, don't ever get it because it won't work. It's only working the first few days or first sniffle you ever get. Tamiflu might work. It's like a preventative flu thing. I ended up spending the only $100 I had because we didn't have health insurance. And then I went to Walmart and I tried to get a refund on it after because we were so broke back then. And the pharmacist apparently felt my pain because he refunded me 8 of the 10 pills that they gave me. Hi, Steve. How's the fires and smoke over there? And how's your asthma? It's actually not bad. It's not getting to us right now. Last governor announces winners of 3rd vaccination Nevada days drawing at Smith Center. Jeez, really? Last year we had a day where we were entirely, it was just red. Like red everywhere. The sky was red. It felt like doomsday was upon us. Let's see what the weather is like right now. Apple gives you an air quality index. 55, moderate. Not terrible. Not bad at all. So not complaining about that stuff. Shadow, thank you so much. Shadow, my man. And we got Devin Morrow. I'm flipping over to my TV. I'm here, but not in the chat. Thank Devin and thank you, Shadow. Thank him so much. How's the temp? And here it's 74 degrees, but outside it's, what is it? It's 87 degrees outside right now. Support via Patreon. Thank you guys for supporting via Patreon. I have over 100 different pieces of content I posted on Patreon. A lot of it's personal type stuff. Some of it's Vegas stuff. I post early access to my news videos when I can get them up early to Patreon. I post different things to Patreon. I had one streamer in Vegas. I'm going to post. I'm not going to out it here. I don't know what happened, but he sent an over. I'll say he. Somebody from that channel sent an entire army to my channel on a live stream to like spam my channel. So and so is live now. I'm not going to put it here because it would cause too much public controversy. But I have the screenshot because they were held in my hidden blocked comments. It was like 4 or 5 of them all in a row. Just like the minute that I went live, they came on my chat just to try to steal my audience away. I'm going to post stuff like that to Patreon too. Do you watch the stocks of the bigger groups like Caesars and MGM? The stocks have dropped over the last couple of weeks. Let's take a look at the stocks of those properties. First up, we'll look at Caesar stock. And Caesar, I did it CZR, yeah. So you're right, they have dropped. Well, this is a 1 day. Let's see what the month looks like. Yeah, they were at $105 a month ago. They're now down to $90. Let's look up Win stock. See what Win looks like. I imagine it's the exact same trend. Yep, exact same trend. 125 down to 103. So they lost some value. LVS stock. Let's see what that one looks like. Yeah, you're not going to see any different. It's a slip and slide of fun. And then MGM Resorts stock. There it is. And we got that at, yep, pretty much the same thing. Excuse me. Pardon me. Hold on. Well, that's horrible. I'm glad you guys didn't see that because, like, my spittle came out. I couldn't control it. So, yeah, pretty much the same thing. Randy Blum, Miria and I will be in Vegas tomorrow. What's your favorite steakhouse in Vegas? We love watching your stream. Circus Steakhouse. Make a reservation. Go to Circus Steakhouse. Do it. Arnold tells you to do it. Come on, do it. It's a great steakhouse. It's in Circus. It's towards the middle of the casino. You will not be disappointed. When you walk in there, your wife's going to go, some blogger told you to take me here? Just be like, it's all about the food. It's a really old ambiance. Okay, I'm just going to show you this right now. Circus Steakhouse. So you guys know what you're in for. But the food is fantastic. My good friend Watbury took me and my wife there, and it was fantastic. I just can't thank him enough for that experience. But let's pull up some images to show you guys what that actually looks like inside. And when I say it's old school, I mean it is very old school. And yeah, that's the front of it. And the inside ambiance is just like, it's like it's stuck in the 1970s. But you gotta eat there. It's fantastic. I would love you to just tell them that I sent you. Say, hey, Not Leaving Las Vegas said you were great, because they are great. I can't rave about them enough. How's William the Busker doing? He's doing fine. The cops kind of let up on him. I had somebody email me who said they're going through litigation against the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department for harassment. So they're, I don't know, man. There's a whole bunch of dynamics. From what I've heard, the police and the county are trying to zone. They're trying to zone the bridges as part of the street, which would make it obviously not legal to have anybody stopped there. There would have to be traffic moving. So there's a bunch of weird things at play. But he's doing well. He's doing well. Oh, I saw something there. Oh, Ellis Island. Ellis Island doesn't do steak like Circus does steak. They're famous for their prime rib. And prime rib is a different cut of meat altogether. Of course, Circus will sell it. But they're going to also have, like, you know, porterhouse and T-bone, New York rib. I don't know if they do tomahawks. They might. Tomahawk's the most expensive cut you can possibly get. So you're going to get a much different type of steak at Ellis Island, and it's much more casual, and the wait was good the last time we went, but it was horrendous before. We had an hour and a half wait at one point, and they don't take reservations anymore. Love the hat. Thank you so much, Tia. Let's see here. The steakhouse at CC is the best steak I've ever had in all of it. It's fantastic. It's great. I'm telling you. How are the prices at the Circus Steakhouse? Great question. Let's see if we can find that. There it is. Okay, so let's see if we can open this link in a new tab. And there we are. And then we can zoom in on this puppy right here so I can show you guys. All right, so New York Strip. I mean, it's not cheap. It's not. You're not eating $15 steak. Terry Calder, where can I message you privately? You have a question you may not want posted for everyone to see in the response. Could be helpful. You can email me. My email's on the screen at all times during this. It's stevenj at notleavinglasvegas.com in the bottom. But you could ask it here. I may not answer it, but you don't have to email me then. But I might not see it, depending on the chats, if I'm looking at the chat. So $56, porterhouse $58, ribeye, filet mignon. I had the filet mignon. It's small cut, but filet mignon, this is how my wife taught me, how Caroline taught me. When you do steak, filet mignon should be like this part of your hand. That should be the texture of a filet right there, inside right there. So that's filet mignon, lamb chops, grilled garlic shrimp, Australian lobster tails. I mean, yeah, it's Australian lobster tail, man. It's 81. And this is a market price, I'm guessing. So these prices could be more. I don't think they're going to be any less. But that's your idea, and this is what you order when you don't have any money. I've been there before. You order the chicken. Nobody orders the chicken if they don't have to order the chicken, but we used to have to order the chicken until Watbury took us, and thank you, Watbury, for that. There's no steak worth $50. I don't know about that, FlixPix. I mean, I've had some great steak for $10, and I've had some great steak for $50. But I guess that's a Vegas thing. Let me refill my cup here, my chalice, my takeout cup. I got a big thing of water here. See what I did? I was smart on this one. Don't be scared. You got vaccinated. I'm just worried about losing money if I can't go to my day job. I don't have like an hourly with sick days. So when I'm not at work, I'm not at work. And it don't work for me. Carrie Eaton says, coming out on Tuesday, your recommendations. Tuesday won't be as busy. I mean, I might even go and pop into the Strip this week if I possibly can. I got to go to Westgate and film on Monday. And then Tuesday is supposed to be a gym day. So I'll try. I'll try to get to the Strip this week. I think you're going to have a good time. Some stuff won't be open, so make your reservations ahead of time. Use opentable.com. And you might have to pay a $20 reservation fee, just so you know. But at least you know that you're good. Like and support, Stephanie N says, your chin feel like rare nose medium. Oh, see, I didn't know all that. Thank you so much. That's a good one. Con I Am says, juice for the channel. Yeah, thanks so much for the super chat support, guys. It really helps out, especially right now. The economy is really weird, and the day job's going kind of weird too for everybody, not just me. Arlo is here. Hey, Arlo, how you doing? And if you guys need a mask, I want to show you this one more time. We found this fabric, and we just didn't put it on the site. It's up on the site now. I have another one on the site called Vegas Lucky Chips, but we're calling this Vegas Full House. Somebody said it looks more like a royal flush. But, yeah, VegasFaceMask.com, no S at the end. Anything new with the people living in the drain tunnels? No, I don't think so. I think they're still down there. I hope that they're okay. It's monsoon season. We've had a lot of moisture lately. We had some pretty serious rains the other day. Keep up the great work. Nice bumping into you at the Plain White Tees concert. Yes, you too, my friend. You guys want to see what's in the box? Somebody from Washington sent me hockey stuff and football stuff. Say yes in the chat if you want to see what's in the box. Anything new with the people living in the drain tunnels? I got that one. Keep up the great work. I got that one. Hey, Steven. Good to see you. You too, Chris. Any Steelers masks? Oh, yeah, for sure. Say yes if you want to see what's in the box. So when you guys go to the site, I'll show you the site right now. And it'll be way too big because I have to reset this browser. So here it is. Oh, I didn't have to reset the browser. So this is our site. That's me in a mask. Anyways, yes, we're still open. Scroll down. We only had one model. It's this ugly guy. So anyways, select your patterns. These are all that we have. All these different patterns, man. It's a lot of patterns. And I don't see, wow, that's weird. Why don't I see the Vegas? I'll have to fix that. We do have Vegas Full House that I'm wearing. I uploaded it myself personally today. And then we have some holiday ones, but I have solid ones if you got to wear solid colors at work, for example. And then we have some ones here. When you buy any of these, I can send you these for free. Buy one and get one for $25, basically. But so I don't get sued to oblivion by NFL teams. Somebody asked about Steelers. There's your Steelers mask right there. So we do have Steelers pattern. I send you one of these for free when you pay full price for one of these. It's a way that we're not selling licensed material. And the way you would do it, you select how many face masks you want. You pay through PayPal, but it takes any credit card. You use the form. You send off the form after checking the boxes, and then you click submit, and then you make sure that you see the thank you page. Because if you don't see the thank you page, quite frankly, you didn't put the order in correctly. And that's it. And that's how the site works. And thank you guys for the support on that. Anyways, what do we got? The steaks at Circus are dinners as well. Not a la carte as most other places. Yeah, they're big steaks. They're very generous. Very generous. A king plays poker and gets a royal flush in the bathroom. Is he sitting on the... Yes, box. Box number one. Yes, but the box. Okay, so somebody sent me this. It had hockey tape closing the box. So I knew something was up. I haven't seen hockey tape in years. That's what you put on hockey sticks and gloves and stuff like that. It's got a nice little letter in it. It says Stephen Campbell. And in here, it's kind of heavy. There was a couple of like promotional type of Vegas. It's got the nicest card I've ever seen. And for some reason, the card said, Happy Birthday. Oh, and I dropped a sticker. For some reason, the card says Happy Birthday. My birthday was in January, but so that's cool. And it says, What's up, Steve? Big fan of your YouTube channel. I've worn the Blackhawks jersey as a lot as a kid, but the hat is brand new. And it had something else in it. Where did they go? There they are. It had these in there, which these are just like souvenir chips. There's two of them, and I just dropped one because I'm a goober. It says, I think these are promotional chips. Can anybody verify if that was a real thing? It's called the High Roller Casino. I don't know if that was a real casino. I do know a lot about a lot of places, but that might have been a real place. Rich L, a little support to say thank you for what you do. Any updates on the CES? Yeah, I mean, CES is set to go. Good to go. I get the CES newsletter because I'm media. I have media credentials for the CES apparently because of my YouTube channel. So I'm going to go to it if it's all running. So we have a hockey puck. So this came from Washington State, I want to tell you, or Oregon. Where was the return address? Washington State. So this is a Chicago Blackhawks game-used puck. Okay, this is from the 2017 season, which is the 100th anniversary in the NHL. And this is a real puck, official game puck. So this was used in play, which is pretty amazing. So professional hockey players batted this around in the United Center in Chicago, which was cool. The other hockey thing here, which blew me away because I haven't seen something like this in a long time. This is an old starter sweater, hockey sweaters. By the way, hockey jerseys are actually called hockey sweaters. So this is an old Chicago Blackhawks. Like he said, I wore this when I was a kid, he said. So this is a Chicago Blackhawks sweater right there. And it's a starter. So this would be a replica. This is what you would get when you just, your kid wants to wear a hockey shirt. A hockey sweater. And the cool thing about this is that this is some old school for y'all hockey fans out there. This has the old Western Conference seal on it right there. And Starter hasn't made NHL jerseys in a minute. And very nice. And then there's another football related thing in here that I want to show you guys too, which is kind of confusing to me because I don't know what the deal is. Oregon, the University of Oregon has some of the University of Oregon is the Ducks, right? They have some of the best merchandising because it's Nike's hometown. So we have a Oregon Ducks hat right here, which is fantastic. Thank you so much. And it's white, which means I won't be wearing this in the summer because these get stained with sweat really quickly. So this is a winter hat for me, which is perfect. And then it comes with this. Oh, sorry, I don't want to out this person. Yeah, I don't want to put their name up. So it comes with this certificate of authenticity right there. And I don't want to show his name if I don't have to. And then the certificate says, the Oregon Ducks are dedicated to providing fans with 100% genuine and authentic team-worn and team-issued memorabilia. This certificate hereby certifies that this item was issued to the Oregon Ducks athletics program between 2010 and 2016. Each certificate of authenticity has a specific alphanumeric code for authenticity verification on fanatics.authentic.com. So that is very nice of him, and I want to thank him for sending me some cool stuff. And I don't know if there's a serial number that matches up inside the hat or something like that, but I think that's very nice. And thank you guys when you send me stuff. I want to open more of it up on camera, so that's some cool beans right there. Okay, and also Wrestling Ernest Hemingway sent me an entire box of hockey stuff that I'm going to get into next week. All right. Your shows from MS Home are much more informative and educational than those on the Strip. Thank you, James. Yeah, on the Strip, I'm battling elements. Battling elephants. That would be a great Vegas live stream. Go to Circus Circus and battle an elephant that's not there. The name is probably going to get you canceled like Cleveland Guardians, formerly known as the Indians. The name, which name are we talking about? Oh, the Chicago Blackhawks. I don't know, actually, because I think the Blackhawks are a tribe. I don't know enough about the lore. Blackhawk tribe. So here's the thing, right? Blackhawk, Sauk leader, Wikipedia. Blackhawk, born. I'm gonna say this for real. Makate Mishikaiklak. Lived from 1767 till October 3rd of 1838, was a band leader and warrior of the Sauk Native American tribe in what is now the Midwest of the United States. Although he had inherited the important historic role of Sacred Bundle from his father, he was not hereditary civil chief. Blackhawk earned his status as a war chief or captain by his actions, leading raiding and war parties as a young man and then a band of Sauk warriors during the Black Hawk War of 1832. So I don't know if they're going to cancel this one. As you guys might not know, the Cleveland Indians are now the Cleveland Guardians. And they had Tom Hanks do a video. It was 2 minutes long, and I posted on Twitter, not leaving LV on Twitter. I said, Tom Hanks was from, he's from, California. They couldn't find anybody from Cleveland that's a known celebrity, like the world's biggest celebrity, the world's biggest athlete. Could they find the world's biggest athlete from just outside of Cleveland? and do the narrative with the world's biggest guy who's from there? Because Tom Hanks is constantly referring to we. And I'm like, Tom, I know who you are, bro. You're not from Ohio. And by the way, the answer is LeBron James. He's from Akron. It's 42 minutes away from Cleveland. Oh, I'm chewing ice. Oh, that's not smart. It's an old habit. It's really bad for your teeth to chew ice. Any dentist will tell you, stop chewing ice cubes because it's cold and it kind of can make little fissures and cracks in your teeth. Anyways, they got Blackhawk tools at AutoZone. Well, in the military, they have a helicopter called the Blackhawk and Apache. Well, you know, Jeep is going to consider canceling the Jeep Grand Cherokee brand. That might not be a thing anymore. Let's see here. Steven, would you wear a beaver hat? Of course, Con, I am. Well, look, I'm wearing this hat. I bought this on Amazon, by the way. I gave one to my friend Ray Dean up in Canada because we were supposed to fly on a helicopter together, and then his plans changed. We'll do it someday, I know. Terry Calder, email is sent. Thanks for your hard work and keeping us all up to date and entertained. I want to see what you sent me. I'm not going to read it. It seems like you don't want me to read it. There he is, Terry. Steven, I'm headed to Vegas for New Year's. This is the waiting music. Wow. I would say yes to that in a heartbeat, Terry. No, there's no level of Terry on my end. I just got to... No, we're good. Terry, you're awesome. You don't have to add that last part, though. Now I'm starting to wonder. That's very nice, Terry. I think that would be fun. And look at this. Cooking fatigue. Papa John's has my fix. Pair your pizza with another pizza and get... No, I'm not going to read you my email. That's the worst live stream in the world. Terry, that sounds like fun, what you just proposed. It's interesting how random people at the Strip instantly ask, are you a live streamer? But what about someone that looks like a tourist with a camera? I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm talking into it. I got to rejigger the shirts, too. We're going to put a YouTube logo on here at Caroline's behest. She's smart. They could have used Drew Carey. Cleveland rocks. Exactly. There's a school in the LA suburbs called Arcadia High School, Apaches, and they've been trying to cancel it for decades. Well, you know, like the Fighting Sioux is a racist name, and I'm not a cancel guy, like cancel it, but it is a racist name. The Sioux is a derogatory name for the Lakota tribe, and the Lakota tribe out of North Dakota, and from what I've heard, it's basically derogatory. It's like saying savage. So there is something to that. Randall G. Yo, buddy, how you doing, Randall? You look like a cowboy, baby. I've been to a Western High in Vegas. They want to change from using the Western Warriors Indian. Well, yeah, I mean, listen, man, we're not Native American people. We don't have any license to say what they should or should not want for themselves. We'll let people make their own decisions. And if they speak up, then maybe they speak up. I mean, look, Kit Carson, Carson City, Nevada, Carson, California, those guys did terrible things. I mean, John C. Fremont was part of Kit Carson's crew, and they went up to Northern California. I'm just telling you facts. I'm not telling you we should cancel these people, but you tell me what you think. How's this? I'm going to propose this to 619 people that are watching me. And for the record, I used to get, man, a few weeks ago, I didn't even break 600 on the Strip. So I'm going to propose this to you, okay? Kit Carson and John C. Fremont. I'm going to tell you some facts, and then I'm going to ask you a question. Are you ready? Say yes if you're ready, if you're listening to me. I'm going to tell you some facts about Kit Carson and John C. Fremont. Fremont Street, Carson, California, Carson downtown. Say yes if you're ready for that. And then I'm going to ask you a question. I'd like you to answer me. I notice YouTubers are less active right now. Some of them are overseas, trying their hand at being general travel bloggers. Maybe they got tired of the Strip. I have no idea. But, you know. Okay, so if you look historically, Kit Carson and John C. Fremont, they might have done some things where they thought, like they were in Northern California, and they thought that a Native American tribe was going to go to war with them, and then they showed up, and it was nothing but women and children because all of the men had left to go on a hunt or whatnot, and they massacred those people. The women and the children, mind you. For what reason, I don't know. I wasn't there. I can't say what their actions should or should not have been. But the question is, do we cancel them? Do we change the name of Fremont Street? Do we change the name of Carson Elementary downtown? Do we change the name of Carson, California? Say yes if we do that. Say no if we don't. And I'm not here to tell you what you should vote for. You just press the button. You just say yes or no. You mean Drew Carey? Yeah, did I say Jim Carrey? Jim Carrey's from like a suburb of Toronto. So, you know, James Ruff says, no, you don't. Okay. Irwing says yes. Angela says no. Number 70 says yes. Nice to see you, number 70. I not recognize your name. If you're here, you're new, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We got a lot of no's, and I got some yeses, too. Oh, let's see here. Just give it time. I'm telling you, man. We're changing McCarran to Harry Reid. It was in the news the other day that might happen by the end of the year. The Jeep Grand Canyon. I like the Jeep Grand Canyon. Except that the Grand Canyon is somehow sexist or racist. I'm not sure. Number 70 says they are subscribed. You guys can ask me some general questions about whatever if you want. I'll try to pick some out to answer them. Nurse Viv says yes. I just started taking this, by the way, for blood pressure. You guys might want to check this out. It's by Doctor's Best. It's called Fast Acting Arginine Complex with this thing called nitrosogene. And nitrosogene is it's a patented, registered version of arginine. So if you have high blood pressure and you have a doctor, always consult with your doctor first. But this actually is a vasodilator. It's going to help your blood flow better. And if you go to the gym, it's going to give you better muscle pumps and stuff like that. But very interesting, fantastic reviews. I don't know why I picked that up and showed it to you. Oh man, I'm going to do it, HBO John. I'm going to do it in a bad Australian accent. HBO John's from Australia, by the way. Do you recommend that I should do a day visit to the Grand Canyon via tour bus or a helicopter ride? Maybe you see more by bus or by air. Oh, it's terrible. I got to take that Skillshare course on how to do an Aussie accent. I recommend, if you can, you take an automobile that you rent and you go to the south rim of the Grand Canyon and you make it a 2-night trek. You leave early in the morning because it's about a 4-hour drive, okay? And you go from 4-hour drive to the south rim of the Grand Canyon. It's always 10 to 20 degrees cooler, Fahrenheit-wise, than it is in Las Vegas. You stay overnight at one of the lodges. Thunderbird Lodge, I think, is that one of them? And, oh, my God, Stephanie just pledged $21.26. She got a whole year of Patreon. Thank you so much, Stephanie. If you're in the chat, I really appreciate you pledging to the Patreon. You're awesome. Thank you so much. If you guys want to pledge to the Patreon, I'll put it right here. I'll get back to your question, John, in just a second. www.patreon.com/notleavinglasvegas. If you guys are on Patreon, that's really helpful for the channel. Thank you so much. So you stay overnight, and then they have helicopter tours that actually fly, I believe, still from around the south rim of the Grand Canyon. So you can do both. There's also like 3D type of tours that go from the west rim, but honestly, the west rim is a lot more narrow, and it's a lot more sheer cliff wall down to the bottom of the canyon in the west. It's closer to Vegas, but there's some controversy amongst Native American tribes in Arizona because when the Wallapai put up that skywalk, so some tribes consider the ground sacred, a living and breathing spiritual thing. So they basically moored and drilled into that, and there was some controversy out there. But hey, I'm not telling you not to support the Wallapai, but if you want to get the best experience, I recommend you drive to the south rim, you stay overnight, you get a helicopter ride from there. If you're looking to hike into the canyon, those permits can take 8 or 9 months to get, so do that super early, especially if you're internationally traveling. Lick says that Harry Reid is awesome. What do you guys think? You think Harry Reid is awesome? Robert says it's not a tumor. There you go. Do you think you'll ever go down to Laughlin and show people more chill side? I want to. Yes, we got to take a trip to Laughlin. I'm trying to get a good week at my day job going so I can justify taking the nights off of the live streams and all that, because this has become a way of supporting the fam and stuff. And I love the live streams. I'll never do a live stream just for money, ever. If I do that, then I should quit my YouTube channel, because that's not the way you do things. You do it for the love of doing it. But I'm trying to find time when I can bank some time and put in a good week so we can take an extra day off and go to Laughlin, because we love Laughlin. It's a great place. We love the smoke-free tower at Harrah's. That's our place. They have an entire non-smoking tower at Harrah's. We would like to live stream from there, do a short little kind of edited blog from there too. It'll be a freaking fun thing. James Rolfe says, Steve, have you ever seen the short documentary about the abandoned Lake Dolores Water Park and its property? It's not in Nevada, but it's a good spot along with my way from SoCal. Never seen that one, James. I'll have to try to remember to look that up. Is there a tribal cannabis store? Yes, there is. Gosh, what's it called? They're really nice. I talked to their marketing guy through my work. I sell advertising for a living. Let's see what that's called. oh man, gosh, I can't remember. Tribal Cannabis Las Vegas. It'll come right up. It's called New Woo Cannabis Marketplace. And I'm not telling you what to do. And if you guys are sensitive on this stuff, it's legal in Nevada. Do your thing. Let your flag fly. It doesn't matter. This is New Woo, and it's actually owned by the Native American tribe. They have, I believe, this is where they have their the lounge. So you have a place to enjoy that stuff without having to smoke it on the streets. There it is, the tasting room. So thanks so much for not smoking it on the streets because it smells really bad. It gives me a headache. But yeah, you can see it right there. It is near downtown. Let's see where it is. Oh man, you know what? I can't bring up maps without showing you where I live. So we're going to have to go here. Hopefully, I don't think I've ever used MapQuest before on this browser. So hopefully it's not geotagging me. And it's not geotagging me. Good. So we're going to go from circa to here and see what that looks like. It's really close to downtown if you guys are looking for stuff like that. So there you go. Oh my God. Now I know why I don't use MapQuest. It didn't even, it doesn't even understand what I just tried to do. You see, that's ridiculous. It doesn't show me directions. Ugh, you suck, MapQuest. You suck so bad. Circa, Sportsbook. Where am I going? I'm going here. It's a simple thing. You had one job. So there it is. It's a 3-minute kind of drive. It's very close. So we're starting off of Circa, which is down here near Symphony Park. And you would just basically walk out to Main Street and Main Street here. Walk all the way up Main Street. Now, I'm going to tell you something about this part of town. And because we're not using... Man, this is a joke. They don't even have satellite maps. So let's see if I can do this for you guys. I want to show you this part of town. Now, I did cover this part of town. Unfortunately, it's not a great part of town. I can't show you that map quite yet. New Woo Cannabis Dispensary. This is probably not the part of town that you want to be at night. So I'm just going to let you guys know this. And I think that Apple has... Do we have a look around here? They don't. You suck so bad. Well, I can't show you, but this is a really rough part of town. You don't want to go here. Yes, I can show you. I just have to do this. I just have to be smarter than the average bear. One sec, guys. I want to show you something. Like Fire Marshal Bill. Let me show you something. I know this is a really bad, rough spot of the stream right now, right? New Woo Cannabis Marketplace. You know, when you got to use Google products, this is a major problem. Talk about anti-competitive practices. All right, so let's go and look what this looks like. We're going to drag our guy over here. And here he is. All right, so this is Las Vegas Boulevard, technically, right? Yeah, I know. This is actually owned by the tribe, this land. So this is like self-governing, and there's the actual marketplace. But if we go a little bit further, we get to the point where I did my video on the homeless problem in Las Vegas, and it's not far from here, unfortunately. Let's just move down here. There you go. So that's a short walk away. So if you're going to go down here, just use sufficient caution. And before people want to skin me alive, no one is saying that homeless people are criminals. I never said that. But desperate people do desperate things. So this is actually the homeless plaza down here. And you can see it's actually not that terrible right now. When I went down here, this is 4 Master Lane. When I went down here, you couldn't even drive a car through here. There was literally, oh look, it's Metro. So there was literally 1,000 bodies, and it wasn't great. But I mean, if you continue this way on Las Vegas Boulevard, and you can see these are like charities. This is the Ferretita, whatever. The guy who owns the Golden Nugget puts his name on a building. Now he's the best person in the world. But they build community centers. But when you get out here, now you got Jerry's Nugget. Are you guys entertained by this? Is this the stupidest thing I've ever done? Tell me. High 61 was homeless for 10 years. Man, you're a fighter, dude. You're not homeless no more. You're watching me on a stream. Good on you. Are you guys enjoying this? Say yes in the chat if you're enjoying this experience. Should I go further up north? This is Las Vegas Boulevard, man. This is the Strip. This is Jerry's Nugget. I mean, yeah. tell me yes in the chat if you guys are enjoying this at all. Silver Pill Gary likes it. Richie Vegas hates it. Some other people like it. All right. So, anyways, let's just continue on then. So, you get some interesting things. All right. Yeah, this is Las Vegas Boulevard North, man. Steak and shrimp cocktail. So Jerry's Nugget is actually a famous place for boxing fans. Boxing fans would boxers would fight here, and you would have your smaller boxers that were moving up. And a former boss of mine, who actually was a professional fighter, he fought some of the biggest names. Didn't fight them, but he did training, like they did their sparring here. And then you have like Chicas Bonitas. Guess what they do here? So this is really like this. God. Okay, let's continue up North Las Vegas Boulevard just for the fun of it. Easy Pond loans the most. Yeah, you're gonna find this. This is a lower income neighborhood. And by the way, I'm not saying anything wrong with that. Okay, the Palomino. This is a strip club, and they've blurred this out for whatever reason. This is another gentleman's club right across from Chicas Bonitas. Okay, and let's keep going. Some of these little hotels and motels, you don't want to stay in these places, trust me. Okay, but there's an interesting thing I want you guys to see, which is why I'm taking you this way. So, yeah, beauty supply warehouses. This is fabulous. Welcome to fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. And there you are, Las Vegas Boulevard. Let's get some comments here. How you can have a water park in a desert with an effing water shortage never happening? We have 2 water parks, Jared. Kind of nuts. What most people don't know is that if you have an acreage or larger in Nevada, you actually get a lease on you don't get a lease, you get the water underneath your property. So there's wells. There's wells all over this place. So, yeah, if you have an acre, you tap a well, you install a water pump, and you pump out of the well underneath you. So, yes, we're in a water shortage at Lake Mead, but not necessarily under the ground here, although the aquifer is drying up. How long ago is this? Gas was $3.07. Gas is $3.89 right now. So, going down further, I'm going to show you something, and there's a reason why. Dispensary, grand opening. Man. It's like nondescript cannabis dispensary. So we have this is like an event hall down here. The Silver Nugget, is it gone? It's gone. Like Silver Nugget is just not here anymore. And there's some theaters. Going way up north though, there's a reason I'm doing this. There's a method to my madness. This is the North Las Vegas City Hall. Okay, right up here. Now there's something you gotta see, and I want to show you it. Everywhere you go, there's a Dutch Brothers, I swear to God. And they're busy at like 10 o'clock at night if they're open. Grocery stores. If you guys are, this is owned by, Smith's is owned by Kroger Corporation. So if you guys are on the East Coast, you'll recognize Smith's. Your value cards will work. Bus shelters. Coming up further. City of North Las Vegas. Now we're technically in the city of North Las Vegas. This is the famous or infamous North Las Vegas. And I'm going further up. How far do you have to drill? A few hundred feet, I think it is. I don't know. I should ask somebody. I know somebody who has a well. So, fabulous Las Vegas. And you can see the demographic of this area is very Hispanic, which is totally fine. Nobody's saying anything wrong with that, so shut up. Don't cancel me. But it's just the demographics of this area. Coin Laundry, Lavendaria. And I'm going up further because there is a really cool thing on the other side of this Dollar General. Although I should probably just go back to the map for half a second because we might be going a little bit further. Yeah, we're going to go way too far. So let's just go here and get out of this view for half a second and then just go right up to where I want to find, which is going to be way up here. And let's just drag it down here. So this is the Broad Acres Marketplace. This is the largest swap meet, and if you guys are from some other places, this might be called a flea market where you're from. It's a flea market in Canada where I'm from, but it's a swap meet, and it's massive. It's huge. You could spend all day here. They don't allow cameras in the Broadacre swap meet because they have a really big problem with counterfeit goods. So this is where you go to buy your $30 pair of Nike Airs that are going to fall apart in a month and hurt your feet, but they look just like the real thing. But they have a lot of counterfeits. Now, this place has got live mariachi-style music playing Oh, wow. I forgot about the 3D view. So you can see how big it is. This is Broad Acres. Like, look at this. Man, that's the entire thing. That's all of it. This is the parking for Broad Acres. There's more parking here than there is at Allegiant. It's crazy, right? And how do I do this? I got to click and drag. Here it is. And you can see how far we are from everything, basically. So this is way down here. This is Las Vegas Boulevard. It goes all the way down there, and it also goes all the way north. Oh, I did it wrong. This is Las Vegas Boulevard. That's the strip in the distance right there. So you can see how far it goes. But that is something that you might consider checking out if you're here. And you can take the bus here. I wouldn't recommend taking the bus here because that just puts you at a disadvantage for getting back. And this is like the Las Vegas Wash, this thing here, this little causeway. And it goes all through the city. So when it rains, and this was taken in the winter, I wager. So yeah, I thought I would show you guys that. So if you guys want me to continue on an aerial tour, we could do that. Hello, NLV friends. Are we doing a flight simulator session? No, we're just looking at Google Maps. I was showing you guys North Las Vegas, and it's a very polarizing place. So yeah, that's all of it. And it's really big. You can spend all day here and pick up some amazing stuff. You can rent a spot if you have just a bunch of crap you want to have, like a yard sale for a weekend. You can totally do that too. Then you have things like Harvey's Rebuilt Vacuums. Like, this is all they do. They have a store here, you know, and that's what they do. They're there all the time. They've been there for as long as I've been going. So yeah. And is that a solar array? No, it's not. There's a lot of weird anomalies out here. And if you go further enough north, if you go far enough north, you are going to eventually get to Nellis Air Force Base, which is right. Like this I believe is got to be the tippy toe, or it could just be an airport. No, that's Nellis. So, you know, eventually Las Vegas Boulevard basically goes right there. So that's Nellis. That's part of quote unquote Area 51 because Nellis Air Force Base is freaking massive. And then you can see Lake Las Vegas, Lake Mead, and all this from this view up here. I'll give you an idea of our entire valley. So hopefully this has been interesting to you. Let's go back to your comments. I hope I didn't miss any super chats. Let me see under viewer activity tab. Oh, I don't see any viewer activity in the tab. Let me go back a long ways. I don't see anything up there. Okay, cool. Why am I not on the strip tonight? I'm just basically hedging my bets, making sure that I'm not going to get COVID again. I think I already had it. I had a vaccine. I don't want to get sick. I can't afford days off for my job. So I'll be out there tomorrow. And we'll take a look at stuff tomorrow. Good job. We need a positive view on local hoods. Steven, wondering if you and Caroline ever been to the Las Vegas Drive-In. I know it's one of the remaining few drive-ins in the country. It is one of the few. We have always made plans to go, but we've never gone. Las Vegas, just type in drive-in. We can look at that too. Drive-in movie theater, Wet and Wild. No. Let's see what it finds on the map here. Oh, that's not right. That can't be correct. I typed in Las Vegas Drive-In, and it brought me to here. It's like, nope, I don't think there's a drive-in. Maybe. What is this? See, there's so much stuff here. Like, this might be Overton. This could be Overton. I don't really know. Like, this is part of Lake Mead. Maybe, but we're way out of the city now. The city is way in a distance out here. So, what? West Wind. That's the one. West Wind Drive-In Movie Theater. So, let's find this. Can I find it? Cary Ave. So that's the theater right there. So give you an idea of what that is. Right there. So yeah, the North Las Vegas area on Cary Avenue. I've not been there. We've always wanted to go, but now what movies am I gonna watch? You know, and if I don't watch Marvel movies, there's not much to see nowadays, is there? Let's see here. We'll get some more comments from you guys. Support via Cash App, $lvsteven. Thank you, Shanta. I appreciate that. The invisible enemy is everywhere and nowhere. I love you, Juice Sloan Jimmy. Let's see here. Beth Frederick says this is like a free helicopter tour. Oh yeah, I mean, you guys want to see the strip? I can show you some stuff. See how dated these maps are. Say yes if you want to see the strip, and I will do it. You guys want to see the strip? Say yes in the chat if you do. Let's see here. Do I hear it, Kitty? You do. And if I let him in, he's going to constantly scream on camera. And I'm actually going to see if Caroline can do something with that, because I love him, but he's a cantankerous old one at this point. Let's see if I can get her on the phone. Hi, love. Can you bring the blackjack away from the door? He's just screaming and yelling. He's hungry, love.
You want me to bring him?
No, he's standing out the door screaming and yelling. Can you feed him, love?
Why can't you just bring him in?
Because he'll scream and yell. And I'm trying to do my live stream in front of 600 people. Thank you, love. I love you. There you go. Yes. Sure. Okay, we're going to do that. So let's just go to, I don't know. Let's go to Stratosphere. Oh, we'll go to Circa. Circa Las Vegas. There you go. And here's Circa. Okay, now a lot of this stuff is not really Circa like you know it, because I think they rely on independent people to do these. So you can see the garage mahals being built in this view, and then you can actually see Circa being built in this view. And God bless him, artificial intelligence tried to make a crane, and instead it made something that looks like it's out of a Wes Craven nightmare movie. But there's Fremont Street, pretty much complete. Not really anything has changed with the exception of Circa. Look how big the property is, though. And from this view out here, you can see that's where Stadium Swim would be. Obviously, Circa's been complete since over a year ago. And then we go down Main Street. So like, the way that I drive a lot of the time out of downtown Las Vegas is I just take Main Street, which runs all the way down here. This funky looking building here, that's a weird way the sun is hitting that. This is actually the Las Vegas City, this is the county center. So if you want to get a permit for business or something like that, you go over to this place here. It's got this weird pyramid out front, so it's really like distinctive, and it's got some beautiful landscaping. And you can see this is the outlet center, the North Las Vegas Outlet Center, right by Interstate 15 and the interchange. So it's an outdoor one. So as you can see, like, this is outdoors. You're going to be hot if you go in the summertime. I don't recommend it. I recommend the for that one. I recommend you definitely go down to the the South Outlet Center. But anyways, back to Main Street, right? So this would be the train tracks. This is Main. This will split off. Okay, if you go down here, this is technically Main Street. This will come out to Charleston. Okay, but you can continue going down Main Street. Okay, this is where the Rick's Restorations used to be. Now it's just a place that does artistic ironwork and what have you. And if you keep going down Main Street down here, eventually you're going to come out near the Stratosphere. Of course, there's the Stratosphere there. And coming out on the Strip will be there in just half a jiff. Now, that weird circus tent, that Tim Burton monstrosity, that's gone right now. The arch is not in this view yet. The arch is right here, okay? And then we continue on down to Resorts World. This map is obviously, like I mentioned, kind of old because Resorts World is not complete yet. And there's a lot of detail on these. It's impressive. But Resorts World's not done yet. You can see the site there for everything Resorts World related. Wynn, Encore, the convention center not finished. This has been finished, skinned for a really long time, so I'm surprised these maps are so outdated. And then Fontainebleau, which is apparently going to be a Marriott property in 2023, which I don't think they have a chance to do, but they say they're going to try to do it. There are some condos near the Strip by the Desert Inn flyover under, which is the Metropolis. This is actually a hotel, but Metropolis is one of them. And I've always wondered what this place looks like inside. The building is so un-Vegas. It's kind of ridiculous. But I've told you guys about Desert Inn and how it goes underneath the Strip. And you can see this is Desert Inn. And it actually goes underneath and comes out above. So back to the main strip. This is the main strip. And from it we can see how big this plot of land that Wynn bought is. That's the entire plot. Right now, on here. Oh, Wall Street Warlord's in the chat. How's it going, my friend? I'm glad you're here. Right now, right by Trump Tower here. Now everybody's going to fight. Go ahead, fight about it. I don't care anymore. Because I have to grow up. The election was a long time ago. It happened. And now this is all just a staging area. For whatever reason, they have a lot of pipes. And I believe the pipes are probably going to be delivered and put underneath here, because this is still a dirt plot here. This is the food court entrance for Resorts World. So the food court's actually right inside these doors. You come out that way. This is the second level that we snuck into on the opening night, where they have a giant, huge banquet room. And then this is the nightclub, okay? So I think that those pipes are going to end up probably going in here, because they're doing a lot of greenery more than maybe some people think they should. And let's continue on down the strip, I guess. But that's a big piece of land. And that's called Wynn West because the Wynn obviously bought it. And you can imagine how it would look, right? So picture this, right? You're Steve Wynn. You have your beautiful property. People are staying in your property, and they're looking across the street. And by the way, there is the one place that I've never been. And that's the Wynn Golf Club. Invite only, man. Isn't it nice? It is so beautiful. But you're staying at the property, and this is the view that the guests get, you know. And he hates this site. This was the New Frontier site back in the day. Before that, it was the Frontier. You know, as I mentioned before, Steve Wynn bought into it when it was the Frontier with an ownership group, and they pulled his license away and said, you can't have this license because, you know, one of your guys is a known mafia associate. This is way back in like the 70s. And if we spin around here, we're going to see an overhead view of the Fashion Show Mall. And I've mentioned how big the Fashion Show Mall is. People don't really understand it's massive. It's one of the largest malls in the Western United States. I think it's in the top 3 possibly for square footage. And for price per square footage, it's up there too, meaning that there's a lot of high-end retail stores. And I love this view from up here. You get the condo tower that was never built. This tower was expected to be constructed and opened by 2011, but then Sheldon Adelson, rest in peace, he nearly lost his whole company when the housing crisis crashed, and so they stopped the tower. It was going to be a large tower, 800 feet, which would actually put it in line with the Fontainebleau, which is the largest structure on the strip that isn't the Stratosphere. Freestanding towers, by the way, like the Stratosphere, they do not compete with this. So when you say what's the largest freestanding structure in North America, I believe it would be still the CN Tower, but you know, that's what that is. So that was halted, and they just put a bunch of look-alike skidding on it. And these cranes have been there forever. And I heard that they used these cranes when they were renovating the swimming pool area, but I don't know if that's for sure because the cranes were working, but they sure as hell weren't building anything. All right, so going down further, Volcano, Mirage. Some people asking me what the ugliest building in Vegas is. I don't like the Mirage's look to the building, but that's just me. One trend I want you guys to take note of here I'm going to go straight up, is I want you to take note of all of the tri-shaped buildings. Here's one. It's 1, 2, 3 towers. Okay. Venetian, 3. This is 3. This is 3. So you can have one tower that's 3 times the height as this, or you can just put them out in a fork, just like that, like that kind of weird Y shape. And you're going to get that all over, even dating back as old properties like Harrah's, okay? And obviously, look at that, more of them. Now we got a trend in the 90s. Now our trend in the 90s is we're building 4. We're doing the plus signs right now, right? So very interesting. Planet Hollywood did not go that way, but you know, even the Bellagio, Caesar's Palace couldn't go that way because it's such an old property. And then that's the Forum Shops over here. Is anybody bored at this point? Because I can stop doing what I'm doing. Wall Street, I imagine you have flown over Las Vegas in a helicopter at some point. You seem like that guy. And then moving down further on the strip, I mean, I can keep going if you guys want. You guys want me to keep going and yammering on and on? Just tell me in the comments below. Say yes if you do. Okay. Jeff says no. It's either that or you stare at my mug for a while. Let's see what else people... You know he's listening to me. That's why I know, because they're not answering me. Good info, not me. Keep going. Okay. I got it. Whoa! Idaho Girl 55. I used to live in the Veer Towers. So Idaho lived in these towers out here. This is the Veer Towers. These are... Up until recently, these towers had the highest residential real estate transactions in the whole entire history of the state of Nevada, but they have been usurped by one of the condos here, the penthouse suite of this, which is called the Martin. These are the panorama towers. The panoramas have a weird view where this actually goes through. These models can't really show that, but this is empty. You can see through them. But just last month or 2 months ago, maybe, this was sold for $14 million, this whole entire penthouse suite. And I want to say I know who it is. It could be Paul Allen, I think somebody told me. Cal Crash! Thank you so much, Cal Crash. And from here, actually, you can see the Orleans in the background. And then we can see the Palms Hotel, which is still not open to this date. And the maps get really ugly. Pop in. That's the Gold Coast. And then, of course, the Rio. But going back to the Strip, because you guys don't want to see residential Las Vegas. Yes, we can go back to the Strip. This is such an old 3D model that they still have Donnie and Marie up. They haven't been up there for a long time. Fountains of Bellagio, as I've explained to you guys before, the old Dunes Hotel. Oops. The Dunes Hotel used to sit in this entire lagoon. That's how large the property was. And then in the back, where the Bellagio sits now, you had a golf course. Okay? The golf course would go all the way back to Interstate 15. Now, they are on a water lease, 99 years I've heard, so this is basically using less water than all this grass used to use. So people get down on the properties, but Bellagio is very careful with their water. One fun thing about this was that when Steve Wynn, and I've told you guys this on the streams, when Steve Wynn built the Wynn, he built the Lake of Dreams inside, and he built it so you'd have to go in, and to get the best view, you'd have to get a drink. And he said that he didn't want to make another scenario where a property could build something like the view you get here from the restaurant, which is right here, and you get this view. You know, he didn't want to build a free attraction for anybody else. He wanted to build it for the property and for his guests. And fun fact about this building here, this part of this building, this is from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, 2020s. This is the Center for Performing Arts, or I think it's called the Zappos Theater now. This dome is 70 years old. The rest of this property is maybe 20, 30 years old. This is the old Aladdin site, obviously, and now it's the Planet Hollywood. So moving on down further on the Strip, anything interesting to see? Topgolf is interesting. This used to be the water park. The back here, this whole entire plot of land used to be a water park. No, not a water park, pardon me, an amusement park, a theme park with a lot of water features in it. But not anymore, obviously. This is the Signature Towers 1, 2, and 3. This is like Timeshare Central, by the way. Carriage House is a timeshare. I used to promote there. I used to stand on this street corner as people were coming out of the Marriott and the Elara. And you can see where the Marriott's... Look, see that? Look. There you go. We're going to have a fourth tower at the Marriott someday in the future. That's a timeshare. That's a timeshare. Hilton Grand Vacation is a timeshare. Also a timeshare is the Wyndham down the road. That's a timeshare. This is called Marie Antoinette. It is not part of this, but it's very expensive because you're so close to the Strip. And this is the former Ice nightclub, which I would love to find information on. It seems to have been wiped from the internet entirely, like it doesn't exist. But it's a condemned building, and it says it's zoned for H1 zoning, which is hotel casino. So who knows? For the record, when I tell you guys, I'm chewing ice again, I'm so sorry. Well, also of interest back here too, by the way. Oh, I'm getting whiplash. This tent back here is a production center for Caesars Entertainment. So when film crews come to town, they can do things in this production tent and not have to always take their productions back to LA to do simple things. And we can see the distance we are back here. The famous Ellis Island is over here. Hello, love. We're doing like an aerial tour of the Strip and everything. It's pretty cool.
Good.
So,
how many people are watching?
Unbelievably, 742.
All right, cool.
I know.
I just came in just to let you know. At the end of the month, I promised one of the cat house charity place.
Okay.
In the Philippines.
Yep.
So I'm gonna donate like 1,000 pesos.
Okay.
It's like
That's smart. That's nice.
How much is that?
I don't know.
$10.
$10, something like that.
1,000
No.
pesos? No.
$20.
$20. Okay.
So you're going to donate to a cat charity in the Philippines.
Yeah, because there's one cat house that I kind of like being friends with.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big flood in the Philippines, like the northern part of the Philippines, because it's rainy season.
Caroline is here, by the way.
Yeah, it's rainy season there,
Mm-hmm.
and then their cat house charity house is flooded.
Oh, that
and
sucks.
And the kittens need food.
Okay, well, that's good to know. It's so
20
sweet of you.
bucks.
$20.
I know.
Oh, Jorge Arnoldson says, greetings from humid Tampa, Florida. You make such a great tour guide. Keep up the content. Cool. Wish Steven would give actual paid tours of Vegas. Would pay hundreds for this type of on-location tour while on vacation in Vegas, Wall Street Warlord says. Being selfish, not getting vaccinated, and spread. Ooh. No, he's not. You want to bring him over?
Yeah. I'm kind of like.
You don't want to be on
dressed
the
up.
camera, right?
I'm dressed up.
Oh my gosh.
I'm dressed up like I'm like
Oh.
throwing a bunch of.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Jorge. I appreciate that you're in humid. I'm in humid Las Vegas. You know, we had 50% humidity the last week, every day.
I know. I'm
kind of ridiculous.
There. I'm sort of like, look at him. Is he posing? Does that remind you of that cat that does the little meme, the black meme cat? That's
Yes,
doing,
the one that's.
Doesn't he?
Yeah, get him a nail file. So we got our big one here. Horse carriage rides in Vegas. No, the carriage house, is like an old trend. So the Jockey Club, I'll show you that in a second too. I'll tell you one of the timeshare lies that they say. Say hi, everybody. But the carriage house is an old naming trend. They used to name things in Vegas.
You can hand them to me.
They used to name things in Vegas after the East Coast. Oh, sorry. So he's like, sorry about that, love.
What?
Yeah, he just went for a tumble. So the carriage house was like East Coast thing. The Jockey Club was also an East Coast thing. Where did my thing go? Here it is. So she's gone with the cats. And you can see the carriage house and the Jockey Club are kind of close together, too. Jockey Club is another timeshare, actually. I'll show you that right now. So the timeshare thing they'll tell you. So you're standing in front of the Planet Hollywood. Let's go to the Planet Hollywood. You're standing in front of right here. And they say, hey, you guys want to go take a tour of the Cosmopolitan? And you're like, hell yeah, I can get free stuff for going to the Cosmopolitan. They're like, well, it's the Jockey Club at the Cosmopolitan. You're like, okay, it's at the Cosmopolitan, fair enough. And the truth is, the Jockey Club does sit in between the Cosmopolitan. Here it is. That's the Jockey Club. Now, it's an old school 1960s building, okay, if not 70s. I can't remember exactly when it completely came online, but it's that old. This tower has residential units in it, so they would have to buy everybody out when they built the Cosmo. So instead of doing that, they literally just built the property around the actual building. Jockey Club Tower 1 and 2, or whatever they're named, right? And, oh my God, Watbury, get a nice lunch tomorrow on us. Mikey says hi. Watbury, oh my gosh, thank you, Watbury. That is so generous. Yes, we will be, at some point on the weekends, we always do lunch somewhere. So thank you, Watbury. Guys, thank Watbury 689 times. It's so nice of him. I appreciate it. Jockey Club used to be condos, exactly, yep. And there's still people that live there as the condo ownership, okay? So they will tell you that, and you're thinking you're going up there. You're not getting, I mean, well, here's what they're really going to do. There is an elevator that goes and loops around the casino and brings you the Jockey Club to one of their entrances. But you're not, no, that's just to get you in the door. That's not a good way of doing business. But anyways, let's go back here. I want to show you something, okay? This is called Harmon. The street never existed until City Center was built. Look at this cool little underpass. A lot of you guys have never been on it. But that's the cool little underpass that goes to West Las Vegas. And there's some cool artwork, like this big canoe out here. The Big Edge, it's called. And this is like specialty. Can I make it bigger? There it is. And yeah, look at that. So this is some cool artwork out here. And the views from here are great too. And most of you will never see this, unfortunately. But it's totally worth going into the back and seeing what's up. But you go down Harmon, and you go past the Topgolf, which is right there. You know, Topgolf started off in Scotland, of all places, and then they moved their headquarters to Texas. I guess they were chasing that American market. You go down a little bit further, and then you get these areas. This is why I tell you, beware of going to Virgin when it's dark out, okay? Because, you know, you have the Harbor Island, which is right here. Now, in terms of police 911 type calls, this gets more than any spot anywhere near the Strip other than McCarran, because McCarran has all the people through it. Okay? Now, Alexis Park, probably a hidden gem. And it's a nice property, and when you go into the Alexis Park, you will never think that it looks like it does. It's a beautiful little place, and I recommend you check it out. See if I can click on it. And it's a really neat little resort. And then you have the Virgin, which here is still the Hard Rock, because these are very old maps. And then you have a really great pizza place down here called Joe's Authentic New York Pizza. That's actually Shaquille O'Neal's place. Joe's is right inside there. So there is a reason to go down here. This is Paradise Road. There's some strip clubs and stuff like that. But the other reason you want to go here, and please tell me you'll go here during the day, you go down to the UNLV campus, okay? The UNLV campus is really nice, okay? You can see the football field here where they practice, softball stuff. But inside UNLV, you have the Thomas and Mack Center, and this is where the Runnin' Rebels. One of them. I don't remember if it's the Runnin' Rebels that play football or basketball, but they play here, and they had the NBA All-Star game. You can see all the parking. This was a COVID testing site for months, and the way this worked, and I had to get COVID tests here. I went here once, and it was so weird. You'd pull into this lot right here. There was National Guard, like by the way, Watbury's son did this service down in California, so thank Watbury. His son is in the National Guard, right? Watbury National Guard. And you would pull in, and they basically had this all barricaded. It was militarized to that extent. They didn't have guns or nothing, but they're all in their camos. You'd pull up here, you'd walk into the UNLV Thomas and Mack Center. Everything was draped off. Stay on the line. Oh my God, 6 feet apart. Don't you dare look at another person. And then you would get your COVID test, and you would come out the stairs, and they would spit you out on this side of the Cox Pavilion, and you'd be done. And they would say, okay, smell you later. Ha ha. Simpsons reference. But yeah, the campus is really nice. It's completely worth walking around in this area because, like most university campuses, I keep saying canvases, darn it, they have some really nice walking trails and paths down here. You can have little plaques of the flora and fauna that you see, and yeah. But then when you get out to, I've completely lost my sense of direction right now. But then when you get out to Maryland Parkway, this is an interesting street too. Okay, so to give you an idea of where we are from the Strip, Maryland Parkway's here. Okay, this is the Strip. You come all the way down here. Now, if there's anything like, there is a Spring Mountains Chinatown. If there's anything like Little Manila in Las Vegas, it's Maryland Parkway. So Filipinos Unite. I actually have a Filipino-based sponsor on my channel coming up soon, which I'll be putting in all my videos for a month. But you can see Seafood City, Albertsons. These are all closed. Like, this is not a great neighborhood in terms of like economics and stuff. But you can see up here Seafood City Supermarket. That's a chain based out of California. In there they have like Red Ribbon Bake Shop, Jollibee. This is actually a wet market inside, which we have out here. And then you have Max's, which is a very famous place from the Philippines. Max's. Oh, that's LNL. Where's Max's at? Ah, there it is. Max's is right down here. Famous for fried chicken and different Filipino dishes, and I highly recommend if you are craving for that. They have the best fried. I love Filipino fried chicken. Then even further up, the reason I say it's like Little Manila is because further up, you go a little bit further past the McDonald's, as they said in Coming to America, and then you have other areas too. There's a place, people ask me where there's really good Filipino food. Caroline goes into this little place here called Casino Ni Lorraine. It's, where the hell is it? I lost my way, son. It's on the other side. Yeah, it's right in here. So right in this place right here called Casino Ni Lorraine, and it's a Filipino style buffet, more Filipino stuff. I'm married to a Filipino, by the way, so you know that's why I know about stuff. There's actually a local hospital out here. Further up, even further up here, way on the other side, we have Denny's. Of course, that's not Filipino, but these maps are not very good. I'm going to zoom out. You have a place called Goldilocks up here too, remittance centers. So anyways, getting back to the main strip. My internet connection is chugging along at a snail's pace. Let's see here. What do we got? What we needed was nerd immunity. Zach's Haunted Museum is downtown. Going back to the main strip. Going back down here. I just took you on a tour, a little bit of a diversion. So out here you can see the Sky Villas at MGM. Now, if you want to get a good view of this, what you're going to do is go to the showcase, go all the way up till the elevators don't work anymore, get out of the elevator, and then manually walk up the stairs. And the reason why is because when you get to the top, you get this view of the 10,000 square foot ridiculous mansion at MGM. Like, look at that thing. So apparently this is an atrium, and it comes with its own butler service, and I would love to see one of these one day. I was supposed to see one right before the pandemic hit. The guy who showed me the Mandalay Bay room, he kind of had us go down. We were valeted. I didn't have any money. We're in the middle of the move. We waited for him. He was at a big prize fight. Oh my God, my phone died. We'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. He never followed through, but it would have been fun. Now, what's interesting about this too, there's part of an old building in the MGM Grand, and it's actually a cornerstone of the property. It's right here. So when they did the MGM Grand, they tore down a building, and I got to look it up. MGM Grand Hidden Old Hotel. I'm sure that'll find it. And I can't remember the name of it. Maybe Google Images will tell me. It's called the something. If you guys know in the chats, tell me. But you're all just chatting amongst yourselves, which is totally fine. Gosh, I can't remember. Oh, it's killing me right now. If you guys know in the chats, tell me. Because there is an image of it that I can't find. Marina. That's right. Okay, so type in Marina. Thank you so much. Somebody's listening to my yammering. So this is the old Marina Hotel. See it right there? Okay. See the Marina? That's the Marina. There it is. That's the Marina Hotel. So they actually did a cool thing. They incorporated that old building into the MGM Grand building, and that's some neat little trivia for you guys to know and love. So I think that's pretty interesting. Wonder if Google Maps goes back far enough to show the MGM Grand theme park. I highly doubt that. I don't know if it does. What Wrestling is referring to, and he's a smart guy because he knows this is a possibility. We're going to go back to our map right here. And you can take this guy on a web browser. You cannot do this on mobile. You can drop him on Audrey Street, right? And then you can go to, where is the control for that? There is a control. Oh, there it is. You go here to, I think the three dots. No, the clock. Yeah, it only goes back to 2014. So if you want to see what this looks like here versus here, so you can actually do that, and you can actually see what things looked like a long, long time ago, which is pretty darn interesting, I think. So if we zoom out and we go back to the main strip, we can actually drop, and we should be able to see the Harmon. This is the old Harmon Hotel site, but it's gone right now. So we should be able to drop a map, a guy right here, and see what this looks like back in 2014. If the maps go back that far. It's very hyper-localized. And let's see here. It goes back to 2007. Oh, look at that, guys. So there's your city center in 2007. And we can go back to 2011. And we can see what that looked like. There's the Harmon. Now, obviously, that has its own history, which I'll cover here on the channel. So be sure to subscribe. 2014. There's the new sign for the Aria that wasn't there before. And then by 2015, you can see them decommissioning the Harmon Hotel. Okay, that's them. They didn't implode this property. It was too dangerous. They couldn't do it. So instead, they put this giant netting around the whole entire thing. And they just, one by one, they took the floors down and deconstructed a building in Las Vegas. 2016, it's completely gone. And it's not going to look much different at all. But what will be different is obviously the shows that they're promoting. Some of the stuff over here at Harmon Corner has changed, obviously. You have the Harley Davidson here, which is no longer there, but not much is going to be changed if we flash forward all the way to 2021. Yeah, so now it's Tex-Mex, and some more stuff here on the sign. If we go back here. Actually, this might go back far enough. Oh, it does! Oh, snap! This is before Harmon Corner existed. There it is. They're just constructing it. Nobody knew what they were building there. They didn't tell anybody. Or we didn't pay attention. Lucina Moon, I didn't know you could shift time on Street View. Yeah, and it works for anywhere. That's the cool part about it. You can do that anywhere you want to do it. Like I can type in where I used to live in Calgary, 1710, Radisson Drive. Oh, I can't type. It's been a long stream so far. And I can type that in and go to where I used to live, which is this building right here. And I can show you guys that building, and we can do a street view if we want to. I used to live right across from the Calgary Co-op. And you can just drop a Street View guy there. It should work on any location. Now, I don't know how long. Oh, snap. It doesn't work on it. Oh, it does. Okay, I lied to you. This goes back to 2016, and you can see the differences in 2016. And it's Canada, and so that's pretty much the weather a large portion of the year. But anyways, we're not looking at Calgary, Canada. We're looking at Las Vegas. So let's do that. And here we are back in Vegas. Now, this is an old photo, obviously. I mean, this is old. Here's Allegiant. It's not even done. It's just a shell with the roof trusses going in. So, interesting stuff to see on these maps. I recommend you explore the maps of where you live because you'll learn a lot of things and you'll learn a lot of history and you probably get more out of life if you know where you live. That's the way I've always looked at it. But let's get out of the maps because who the hell cares anymore? And there you go. This is super cool. Thank you so much. Hey, Steven, have you ever eaten at Truffles and Bacon? It's a funky place southeast. No, I never heard of ube French toast. Ooh, yeah. Well, ube's, ube's a type of yam. It's a purple yam. If you go into like a market here, they might say it's purple yam because they don't want to use the term ube. But yeah, that's what they'll say. Mandalay Bay is $66 tonight. That's cheap. How is that possible? $66. Monday. It's $66 on Monday. Well, somebody's got a case of the Mondays. Vegas just ain't Vegas without not leaving Las Vegas. See what I mean about Google Maps being very cool? I've killed hours of wasted time. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've not figured out a way to get that cool time travel mode on a phone, but most modern day phones, you can download what's called Google Earth. And Google Earth is actually a great website. It's like Google Maps, but it's a little bit different, and I recommend you check it out highly. I do. Let's see here. Thanks for the tips on Google Maps Street View with a time option. You are welcome. Get smart, Paul. Let's pick up some random comments. Let's see here. People look at the data. Oh, we're all talking to each other. You're talking amongst yourselves. Let's see here. Yeah, we're talking amongst ourselves. Not much to talk about there. Mr. Uber says that the Jockey Club beds are 5 feet long. Who are the timeshare guys across New York? Because they got me spent 3 hours. Timeshare guys is Westgate. That's Westgate across from the New York. They own they own the preview center up there on the 3rd floor, I think it is, above the food court. All right, guys, I want to log off. I'm hot. I've been talking for an hour and 51 minutes straight. I got to get some food in me. I got to do some editing on video. And after these streams, I want you guys to know I'm actually, in a way, like, I'm exhausted on the strip because physically walking in the heat. But after these streams, for whatever reason, I am tired. Like, I get tired. I need to go eat some carbohydrates or something. And I got to get some healthy food in me because I'm going to go sit and drink. Oh, I have pineapple juice. And I'm going to drink some pineapple juice. That'll help. But I get tired, and I hope you guys have fun on these streams. If you guys want to support the channel, go over to vegasfacemask.com. No S at the end, you know. Do these masks, this and that? Listen, it's a mask. It's 2 layers of cotton fabric. It goes around the back of your head, not yours. If you don't want to wear a mask, don't wear one. Doesn't offend my sensibilities. I'm not the mask police. But if you're going to wear one, order one from my wife because she's fantastic at making them. If you guys like the shirt, go to nllvgear.com. nllvgear.com. I'll put that in here. I should put it on the stream persistently. nllvgear.com. Hit the button. You guys can buy merchandise. I'll be updating everything very soon. Thank you guys to everybody who sent me something or who super chatted tonight. I appreciate you guys. Be good to each other. Be excellent to each other, as Bill and Ted said. And I'm going to sit down with my Switch and play Skyward Sword for 20 minutes. That's my video game time. All right, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell. I'm out of here, guys. See you on the strip tomorrow. Unless something drastic changes, I'll let you know. Tune into me subscribe to the channel. Go to the community wall. Go to my channel. Go to community. I'm going to show you how this works, actually. I should show you how this works. You guys might not know this, but I'm going to bring up a private tab because I don't want you guys to see my YouTube subscriptions. If you go to YouTube, and you can do this also on the phone, on the mobile device, okay? Wow. What's wrong with you, YouTube? Oh, I'm not used to seeing ads. I pay them for no ads. If you type in my channel name, and also if you do this on the browser, on your phone or on your app, you go here, you go to my community, look at that. I met Jeff Timmons from 98 Degrees. I think I might do an interview with him on the channel. Look at that. I met Old Man Coffee yesterday. You should check out his channel. I post a lot of stuff. There's a picture of me from 2002. And before you say I look like a serial killer, I was a very unhappy kid, as I explained in the caption. And I kind of ran away from home and stuff like that, and I just straightened a lot of stuff out. But I post up if I'm going to be making major changes here, and there's a lot of content here you might be missing. And we also have Patreon, but I focus all my updates on this wall, so you guys might want to check that out, okay? All right, thank you for watching, liking, sharing. If you're on the mobile app, just go to my channel by clicking my icon, go to community, you'll see the same thing there. All right, 3, 2, 1, click. Are you ready? I'm sweating like a devil, and I have a dent in my head from that hat. 3, 2, 1, and click. I gotta click the button a second time, don't I? Click.